Can you hear me back there? Okay. Being the Grolier is like, for me, it's like being on the minor slopes of Parnassus. It's a sacred place for poetry. For poets like Larkin, Cavafy, and Bishop, each of their slender books is a singular endeavor. Every poem sounds its unique, less is more, utterly fulsome register. The poetry of Lloyd Schwartz is of that scrupulous ilk. And in this vein, his new book, I think, is a pitch-perfect achievement. A sequence of 7 poems that seem to have written and arranged itself into an immutable pattern, at least enough to momentarily master disaster, as his friend Elizabeth might say, and all done with nary an off note, as befits Lloyd's eloquent ear for the poetry music of conversation, and with his big-hearted concern for the plight of our fellow human sufferers, in this case, his mother's Alzheimer's, that dreaded, unspeakably bleak disease that sooner or later, alas, afflicts so many families. The title of his book is, he tells his mother what he's working on, and what the reader learns is that she tells him everything. From the opening poem in the book, She Forgets, the first thing we hear is, quote, the one who told me about the Holocaust, who taught me moral distinctions, who gave me music and told me jokes, is in a nursing home, lonely, scared, surrounded only by people so much worse off, inarticulate, incapacitated, drooling. She thinks she's in a crazy house. The Holocaust in the same sentence as the ominous term surrounded. The sentence a record of the poet's inheritance. The one who told me about the Holocaust is in a nursing home, lonely, scared, surrounded. Sentenced to this. Between the institutional care of the nursing home and the frightening insanity of the crazy house, the full range of compassion and pitiless isolation, the penalty of the human condition. The one who taught him moral distinctions is here among, quote, the inarticulate, incapacitated, drooling. The helplessness of speech is also part of the sentence. But so too, and as always with dear Lloyd, the sweetness of the blessing, the one who gave me music and taught me jokes, the one who gave him poetry, a poetry in which the humor and the wit and the hurt is the very essence of its unflinching music. And here I'd like to give one example from the last poem in the book. It's one more thing his mother tells him. This is my son, isn't that right? You're my son, aren't you? You came out of my body. I'm your mother. Isn't that right? Isn't he handsome, even if he has a beard? No one can read those lines of perfect comic timing at the very edge of the abyss, like Lloyd. The voice of the mother tongue and grafted onto the living lines of the son. And lastly, in Wallace Stevens' definition of art, quote, it is a violence from within that protects us from a violence from without. It is the imagination pressing back against the pressure of reality. In the art of Lloyd Schwartz, I would recast the famous Stevens formulation. It is a sweetness from within that opens itself to the suffering from without. It is a mastering, however momentary, of disaster. Lloyd Schwartz.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here, and for those of you who are at home, for watching and listening. The problem about having an introduction by George Kalogeris is that it's really hard to speak afterwards. Thank you, George. That was, you, as always, teach me something about my own work and the work of others that you talk about, and I'm so grateful. And I have a sort of mental list, and I hope I'm not forgetting, of other people to thank. This is a book published by the Grolier Poetry Press. They haven't, it's been a while since they've had a new chapbook out. There's some wonderful writers. David Ferry climbs to the top of that list, and I'm so honored to have this book as part of the Grolier, place I started visiting more than 60 years ago. So I also want to, so I'm so grateful to Didi Menkidi, who owns the Grolier and the Menkidi family, and to James, who runs the Grolier, and who James Fraser, whom most of you have met at one time or another, but certainly tonight, who has really kind of supervised the production of this book. And James's wife, Bella Bennett, there she is. And Bella designed this book. She chose the beautiful typeface, which makes this book actually readable, which isn't true of a lot of poetry books. The print is so small you can hardly read it. And she did a beautiful job designing and printing this book. So grateful to you for doing this. One thing, I'm not exactly trying to sell copies of this book at this particular moment, but I would get this book not for the poems in it, but for this photograph of my mother that was taken probably 100 years ago. And it's a photograph I love, and I'm so thrilled that it's part of this book. Those of you who are standing, you won't have to stand very long, because the reading will take half hour just about the joys of a short book. And so my gratitude, very important to say. And just to see so many friends, colleagues, people I really love and have loved for years, not only poets. So he tells his mother what he's working on is the title. She forgets. The one who told me about the Holocaust, who taught me moral distinctions and gave me music and told me jokes, is in a nursing home, lonely, scared, surrounded only by people so much worse off, inarticulate, incapacitated, drooling. She thinks she's in a crazy house. She's not crazy. She's there. I put her there because she can't take care of herself, can't be left alone. She's old. She forgets. She forgets her medicine. She forgets what she's not supposed to eat. She forgets what day it is. She remembers who she is and who she was, and knows she's not herself. She can't remember what's wrong with her. What's wrong with me, honey? Or why she's there. But she knows her brain isn't working right. Her brain needs air. Oxygen has a hard time squeezing through her hardened arteries. So her blood congeals. Little clots cause little strokes, which destroy her memory. Aspirin, which thins the blood and helps keep the oxygen flowing, might help her remember. But she's old. Part of her stomach has turned upside down. Her food gets stuck in her chest, blocks her breath. She panics, forces herself to vomit, which makes her bleed, which damages her heart. A simple operation could fix her stomach, but doctors won't operate on someone with a damaged heart. And aspirin makes her bleed, so she can't take aspirin, so she forgets. I live in another city. Once, after I came to visit, she wasn't thinking about her food. She ate too much or too fast, and the food wouldn't go down. So she panicked, forced herself to vomit, and had a heart attack. She was in the hospital for 3 weeks, which she doesn't remember. So I've had to put the one who gave me music and told me jokes and taught me moral distinctions and warned me never to forget the Holocaust. I've had to put her in a nursing home, a crazy house, where she's scared and lonely, where she stares out the window and asks, "What day is today? Why can't I go home? What's wrong with me, honey? Why am I here?" The Two Horses, a Memory. She is speaking this entire poem. The Two Horses, a Memory. You said you had lunch in Pittsfield. Was it on North Street? North Street? That reminds me of when we lived on the farm. It must be 80 years ago. We went to a one-room schoolhouse. Didn't you drive past it once? Each row was a different grade. I sat in the first seat of the first row. The teacher's name was Miss Brown. She was so pretty. I wonder if she's still alive. The day before we left the farm, our cat disappeared. We couldn't find her anywhere. I was sad for weeks. 3 months later, she showed up at our new house in Pittsfield, Robbins Avenue. I can't think of the number now. My sister was in New York. She didn't like the people she was living with, so she'd visit us. She fell in love with the young man who lived next door. Morris, your Uncle Morris. They got married and moved to Cleveland. They're both gone now, aren't they? You know, I can't picture her. A few years later, we moved to New York. This just jumped into my mind. I must have been 3 years old. We were still in Russia, Mir, a small town, but famous for its yeshiva. My oldest brother, Joe, took our horses down to the river. They were the 2 best horses in the town. My father had a phaeton, a beautiful old buggy. He was like a taxi driver. He took people to Minsk or Vilna. That day, he was at the station, the passenger station, waiting for customers. My brother was still just a kid. He must have been washing the horses in the river. I can remember. It was a hot day. Maybe he was giving them a drink. And while I was watching, the reins got caught around a pole in the river. The horses kept twisting the reins around the pole. It was slippery. The reins kept sliding down under the water, and they were pulling the horses down with them. I ran into town and got my father, who came running back with a knife in his teeth. He jumped into the river with all his clothes on. He took the knife and sawed away at the reins until he finally cut through. He saved the horses. I haven't thought about this in 1,000 years. It's like a dream. You get up, it's forgotten, then it all comes back. Didn't I ever tell you? Look at me. I'm starting to cry. What's there to cry about? Such an old, old memory. Why should it make me cry? He tells his mother what he's working on. This is a dialogue. I'm writing a poem about you. You are? What's it about? It's the story about your childhood, the horses in the river. The ones that nearly drowned? I saved them. You told it to me just a few weeks ago. I should dig up more of my memories. I wish you would. Like when I lived on the farm and one of the girls fell down the well? Yes. I forget if it was Rose or Pauline. It was a deep well. I remember that story. Have you finished your poem? I'm still working on it. You mean you're correcting it with commas and semicolons? Exactly. When can I see it? As soon as it's finished. Is it an epic? It's not that long. No, I mean, all my thoughts, the flashes of what's going through my life, the whole family history, living through the woe, the river and the water. I know. Will it be published? I have to finish it first. It's better to write about real life. That's more important than writing something fanciful. I try to write all my poems about real life. You see, the apple never falls far from the tree. I guess not. You're my apple. There's probably a worm crawling through that apple. Then it's got something sweet to chew on. Well, you're my tree. Yes, I'm your tree. You're an apple. I'm a tree. The dream during my mother's recuperation. At 89, my mother is in the hospital, mysteriously losing blood, when suddenly her stomach hemorrhages. She's rushed into surgery, but is not expected to survive. 2 years earlier, the hospital cardiologist prevented the operation that might have prevented this emergency. He thought her heart couldn't take it. After the operation, she remains in intensive care for 3 weeks, most of the time with a breathing tube down her throat so that she can't speak at all, though she can write short, very shaky notes. Take it out. Thirsty. Put my teeth in my mouth. I'll be here alone. Slowly, to everyone's astonishment, her strength begins to return. These are some of the things she said to me in the hospital and later in the convalescent home. Worried about me? It's a tough apple to chew on. I'm not doing anything, but I'm doing it the hard way. I might as well make a good job as none at all. I'm a human being. Worry is one of my stations. I'm a specimen of deliberation. I'll sleep my years away. I'll let things go the way they come. I feel lost. I'm heading for nowhere. I have to stop somewhere to see where I'm landing. Whatever is going on will be going on without me. It passes so fast. That's life. The winter sun is like a stepmother's love. I'm one day closer to the end. Nothing goes easy for me. I can't stuff myself like a turkey. Sometimes I wake up and I don't know where I am. Then my mind begins to unravel and I know where I am. Then there's some distraction and my thoughts go behind bars. I'm not very happy here. People are so snobby. Some of them think themselves more than they are. However, I don't give a hoot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on this side of the wall. I'm on the other side of the wall. I don't know what they want from me. I know the feeling. It's staring me in the face. I just can't throw it away. Did I just say something stupid? The Cherinskys have been bubbling up in my mind. It's good to talk to you. You're giving me a line to live on. I'm okay. I'm not a world's winner, but I'm doing okay. Well, your mother came back. I'm whole again. I'm glad I'm not a question mark. I'm a human being. A lot of it was you pulling me back into a land of freedom, goodness, and love. During the later stages of her recuperation, I dream we're about to embark on a long ocean voyage. The moment we board the ship, we're ordered to put on life jackets, or we will not be permitted to continue. Only my mother doesn't have one. I look everywhere. I comb every inch of the ship. I can't find one for her. I have so much to look forward to. I'm renewing my life all over again. What you hear from me, this is me. Let's live and tell these little stories. No Orpheus begins with a little epigraph about Orpheus. When he sang of what had passed, the trees would lean toward him. He could suspend the suffering of the damned. He could bring back the dead. Don't look back. Hell is a spotless room overlooking the ocean. She wants out. I'm heading for nowhere. What do I have to look forward to? She used to have a future and a past. I'm lost. I'm like a stranger to myself. I'm an unstationary pedestal. My marbles are slowly rolling away. She's thrown out family photos, no longer recalls her husband or her maiden name. Still, she wants him to lead her back. When am I going to see you? Are we a long distance apart from one another? He wants her back. He wants her back. If it took only not looking back to lead her back, it would be easy not to look back. But if helping her look back is the one way he knows to help her back, then he has to help her look back. Where else could she look? I'll try not to remember too many things. I'll just remember what I can. Do we, don't we, have more he wishes he knew than what we can look back to? Two more. Her waltz. she's speaking the whole thing again. This is my dream. I'm dancing. Do you know how to dance? Do you like to dance? Waltzing. It's like electricity. It hurts when I walk, so I pick up a chair and I start to waltz. I look in the mirror and there I am, dancing with a chair. I say to the mirror, I'm not so old. But the mirror says, yes, you are. You're old. You're nearly 90 years old. What are you doing waltzing around with a chair? Now, isn't that silly? An old lady. This is my dream. I see myself in the mirror waltzing with a chair. And that's the end of my dream. I once knew how to dance. I once knew how to waltz. And now I shall bid you good night. And finally, little kisses. My mother is mad at the sun. She hates the daylight. One more new day. In a nursing home, stuck in a wheelchair, she thinks she's been abandoned. In the background, a woman's non-stop wail. My mother can barely hear me on the phone. She doesn't know she's speaking to her son. Oh, then I'm not alone. I have a son. Please, don't forget that. How could I forget that? And you? Who are you? Are we related? Of course. Are you my father? Don't you remember your father? Are you my brother? You are my mother. I'm your mother? Of course. Was I a good mother? You are a wonderful mother. I'm glad you're my son. What's your name? You don't remember? I can't think of it. I'm all mixed up. Are we related? You're my mother. Did I ask you that before? Yes. Are you angry? Why should I be angry? Because I'm so stupid. What lovely flowers, the nurse says. Did your son bring them? Who? Your son. Isn't this your son? He's my friend. I can't stop myself. Where is your son? Where's my son? What do you mean? Where is your son now? He's dead. Mrs. Schwartz, your son is on the phone. My son? Yes, say hello. Hello. Hello, how are you feeling? Much better, thank you. Why did you call? I call you every day. Forgive me, darling. I didn't remember. Well, hello. How did you know I was here? This is my son, isn't that right? You're my son, aren't you? You came out of my body. I'm your mother. Isn't that right? Isn't he handsome, even if he has a beard? I'm your mother. I'd love you no matter what you look like. Wouldn't I? Give me a little kiss, will ya, huh? What are you gonna miss, will ya, huh? Gosh, oh gee, why do you refuse? I can't see what you gonna lose? So give me a little kiss, will ya, huh? And I'll give it right back to you. See, I know all the words. I probably won't remember them tomorrow. Thank you.
Switch spots with you. First of all, thank you, George, for the thoughtful introduction. Let's give George a round of applause. Thank you, dear George. Thank you very much. Second, thank you to dear Lloyd. It was an honor to publish your poems with the Grolier Poetry Press. We love the book. Thank you for giving a beautiful reading. I think your mother is looking happily down from heaven. Let's give Lloyd another round of applause. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Lloyd. And third, thanks to all of you. Thanks to everyone on Zoom. We have Lloyd's beautiful book for sale and his prior selected poems as well. We also have George's book and a plethora of other books. Don't leave without a book. It's bad luck to leave a bookstore without a book. Buy a new book. If everyone would please put your chairs up against one of the walls, I'd be very grateful. Lloyd will be signing books. Thank you very much for attending this evening.
Where do you want me to sit?
Let's set up right here. How's that?
Sure.
Perfect. We'll get you a chair. Excellent reading. We got to get an audiobook or something, I think. That's the next territory, the next frontier.
A little CD.
Yeah, or something like getting on Audible or Spotify or something.
Yeah, just a link.
Yeah, right? And then, I don't know. Make it more, yeah, we're just very happy. So many admirers. I mean, Full House is like the most Someone was joking about that back then. Tonight's the night. I'm going to need a photo of the two of you. Yes, please send it to me. Keep it in the archives. May I please take a photo of the two of you while I have you? Sure. And this is for you. Great. Let's you stand here, and I'll switch places with you. Do a little dance. Thanks, Jennifer. Whoa. Poetry. Beautiful gentleman. Thank you.
Now, David always told me that Ellery Street. Oh, yeah.